Welcome to the World of Darkness. This is a scene for the Changeling and Mage venue, I suppose. And we're going to begin it in Taranar, a place that Edwin knows quite well. Because he was there when they thought it was the end of the world and that the old ones were coming back, besieging the place. He was there when they thought that it was the winter come for the Fae. He camped outside for months, in fact. And he was there too at their battlefields, drinking tea and watching the world end for them. He was there with Veronica, and they sat there together, and she would think to herself how funny it was that this man was going mad in front of her. It wasn't until it was too late that she began to worry for him. She went to Sam and told her what Edmund had told her about seeing things and going mad. How the blood was boiling within him and betraying him. Now he was having trouble finding his corporeal self. She hasn't seen him since. A lot of things happened to her. But anyways, for her part, she is in Taranar and has been there since she gave up her baby, since she had her last one. And so today, Edwin finds himself going back to Taranar, and we will begin the scene there.
Fantastic. They keep changing the layout of this bloody place. Edwin walks up and down the streets of Taranar. Occasionally gets looked at, but generally ignored as one of the lowly Canaan. No longer a bright spark of madness like he once was. But that's changed his perceptions, and that makes things like orientation in this zone of insanity completely difficult. The beautiful madness he's referred to it as, and that is what you could describe changelings. Well, it sums them up to no end. He's desperately trying to find the familiar face. It seems like courts have changed here now as well. So even the few old contacts that he had spoken to or helped or assisted or gave wedding presents to no longer appear to be around or be available to talk to. And there's a bit of urge of desperation. It's been a while since he's had tea.
You find her actually in the gardens, built shortly after King David got the land from Queen Mab. These are luscious, large, formal gardens that sprawl out in the opposite direction of the stables and tourney grounds. And in the center where a fountain should be, fire flows out of it. And Veronica is there. Her body is on fire, and she seems to be weaving the entire thing. Red strands of yarn come out of her fingers and try and shape the fire. Her eyes are gone, replaced only with fire again in there. But she stops everything that she's doing. The tower of fire dwindles back into little wicks, back into the fountain. And she turns around. And Veronica looks at Edwin once more.
Ooh. Well,
I'm sorry, the crying follows me. You can hear it too?
Edwin doesn't know exactly where to take his friend or the person he last met. He can hear the sounds and nods. Yeah.
I thought it was just in my own head. You've come back.
Hi. I barely recognize you. What is going on?
Come to me. She takes her shawl and drapes her arms and her shawl around you. She feels warm and hot and sweaty to the touch.
Uh, Awkwardly, he offers a pat on the back and um, are you okay?
Yes, it'll go away eventually. I'm so happy to see you. I wasn't sure if you were real sometimes.
Uh, yeah, that happens. Edwin takes a seat opposite to you. You've changed?
You've changed too.
Mm.
What's wrong with your soul? Move back, move back. And she tilts your head back a little bit and she looks at your chest. It's all different in here. She smooths your chest out as much as you'll allow her.
I'm looking. Edwin doesn't know what to do with his hands or this newfound personal invasion of space, and it's like,
It's very
thank you.
smooth in here.
Well, I've been going to the gym a bit. I didn't
She
realise
looks up at
that.
him.
Yeah, things have changed for me. To pull myself
How's
together.
Marinita? I used to feel the mountains in your soul when I spoke to you. Why can't I feel that?
That may be because I've been replaced by singular purpose. I had dual allegiance when I met you, and maybe that's just a change, or maybe I've spent a long time hiding what's in here now in order for safety's sake. You appear to be in two places at the same time, and the fire seems to be surrounding you now. That's quite a difference from when I last saw you.
No, I was two people before. I think I'm just the one now.
And is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Can you hear that?
Yes. Seems to be the sound of the flame that surrounds you.
It's very disconcerting. I couldn't be a good human. Maybe I'll be a better Fae.
I see. Sacrificing your human part of you to become what you are now. Is that what I'm hearing?
I've taken my Fae name now, yes.
And that is?
Camarley. It means forest.
And you have fire surrounding you. Seems to be a name that doesn't seem to well suit it. I preferred Veronica.
Veronica was terrible. Maybe I won't be so bad. The fire. I'm a seer now. A seer for Taranar while I serve out my penance here.
Your penance? What on earth has happened to you?
I broached the treaty between the Fiona and Fiona.
The Fiona and the Fianna?
Yes, and Garu and the Fae. I'm surprised you don't know. Your own people have treaties with us, House Marinita of the mountains.
Yeah. Marinita is a shadow of what it once was, and I do not know how ancient pacts hold up, but when we have no bite anymore. But
It's getting awfully more shadowy, and she points to your chest.
that's a spell. Pay it no heed. I
I
can
hate
remove the spell if
spells.
you wish. Ah, well, that's my business, unfortunately. My business is spells. And trying to keep the peace now, it seems. But if you wish, I can remove the spell.
Yes. Yes, make yourself better.
Okay.
And how are you keeping the peace? Have one of the Fae angered your own, or the other way around?
I'll explain that in just one moment. Maybe you can help me with it, but I much prefer to sit down and have tea. Be careful if looking upon my soul directly, please. Just you'll see why.
What can it do to me that the fire hasn't already?
Not fire is not the only thing that can burn, and it can blind. Edwin places his hand upon his chest, and one hand places on his mind, and he mutters or incants something in a language that seems to echo through the garden. The light seems to respond by darkening and then lighting with the syllables that he utters. And then the shadow or the concealment, or the shield that was placed against his soul, that conceals his nature, has removed. And there is power there now, a complete mastery. Unlike before, when he was only an adept, when he camped outside Taranar, when he assisted in the wars, when he first had and second had tea with Veronica, when he first became involved with the realms of the changelings, his mastery wasn't complete, but now it is. The power of the red dragon of Kimru lies there now. An ancient power that he first swore allegiance to when he awoken. A power that comes from the lands of Wales and Terranog. His dual nature with Dagda, one of the gods of the time and the changelings, and his introduction to the courts of those times aren't as so sharply focused as his dedication now towards the red dragon. But that itself is like a blunt force that seems to hit you when you look upon his soul.
Her eyes go far away, and you see the fire still within there.
A lot has happened.
You're in the wrong place.
At the wrong time. That seems to be my life.
Have you been here before?
Taranar? Yes.
No. Earth.
I believe I have.
Can feel it.
Unless life is but a dream, in which case I've existed in my imagination for the past 30 years.
No, older than that.
Possibly.
Back when I was still in Ireland.
Ancient and timeless, perhaps, is the soul I share now. Stronger than the foundations of the earth, whose fire can mask the sun, and whose beating wings can raise such a tempest it can uproot trees and destroy life as we know it.
You want to be careful with the good God. I've seen him do things now that I didn't know last time I met you.
Yes. Those were simpler times, and now things have become complicated, which really annoys me, actually. Because what I want to do is have a cup of tea and go off exploring the world, and I can't seem to do that anymore because of
Oh, you
politics.
don't get it. You were never supposed to drink the tea.
Well, what else was there to do apart from enjoy your lovely company?
The tea was a trick to keep you here longer. Do not drink the food of the dreaming. Do not eat it. It's a trick. Your soul can't take it. I wanted you here with me, and then I saw that you couldn't be here anymore. So I went to the Hermetic.
I do remember that. And I also remember what you did. And I can see the reasons why. And yeah, it was a nice time and it allowed focus. So I don't ever think that it was ever a bad time, or nor do I ever blame you for the things that you did.
But you can't have the tea here anymore.
I can bring my own.
It doesn't
Now
work
you
like
can,
that.
well,
No,
uh,
no, I love you too much. You may not eat the food or drink the food of Taranar.
and if I chose to defy you,
Then I would have you forever. We would see some miraculous things.
you appear to have been changed quite completely by your decision to take a new name for yourself.
Well, I can say now. And the power of knowing not only your name, but others. It's very introspective.
You know my name.
What has happened with the sorcerers? Have they angered one of the Fae?
Not as far as I'm aware. If you want to talk politics, something I wanted to avoid. Sitting here and I was trying to find something to discuss about this issue, but when I spotted you and it sounded like we could have tea together, it sounded like a fantastic idea. But now you're not allowing me to do that.
I mean it. I love you too much.
Veronica, you don't really know me too well. You don't know my past. I never discussed it with you.
I'm looking straight at your soul as I speak to you. I may not know exactly what you've done, but I know the extent, the breadth, the capability. Maybe not even in just this life.
It's over the sundering seas I can go. When all my tasks are complete. How introspective. One did say that the halls and pavilions of the realm of the Fae were quite a focus for your mind, if you can stand and keep your sanity long enough. And to be honest, I preferred being insane. Things were clearer back then.
And I preferred you insane.
Um, I preferred you Veronica level insane, not
Not
Kamha
what this
level.
is.
Yes, but then again, you're not here to seek my approval on your decisions.
We both changed, and I will figure out what's happened to your soul.
Well, you're welcome to try. That's not a challenge or a challenge or in a way. Just yeah, get back to me on that. Do you come to the real world or the grey world?
No.
Any reason why?
I'm not ready.
It is a silly place.
Yes. Yes, it is. And tell me, have the pacts between Marinita and the Fae been breached?
No, this does not involve one of my order. We know how powerful words are, and we know how powerful secrets can be. And there are now people that seem to be playing their own tune. I've decided to I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you want to continue?
I have no idea where I was, and I'm using my phone, so.
Okay, we're talking about House Marinita.
Fantastic. So I'll pick up from where I left off, which was, uh, it's not one of my order that have broached or broke the rules that we have. It appears to be another facet of our kind. And two very, very important people have decided to descend upon my city and my place of living in the grey world to discuss and to cajole and to do all the politics that they wish in order to try and get their viewpoint across. This fool here now is stuck in the middle of it and has to
Well,
find a way of sorting things out.
I'm very glad these people weren't here a year ago, 2 years ago. What would they have thought of my Mike and Samantha Deacon? What would they have thought of you? Everything you've told me. So I take it they don't know the things you've said.
I can't remember what they said, and I'm sure I would be on the chopping block if they did. But then again, I don't know, because I might not have told you anything that you didn't know already. But this is, I don't think, a paragraph that was discussed. I don't know the true. Man, just phone connections.
So what will happen?
Nothing. The changelings won't be involved any more than. I wish to limit the amount of information that's here because if we give these crazy people ammunition, then they might cause problems.
Is there any way to make them go away?
I can make them go away. I just have to play their game.
What's their game?
Writing letters, being upset, playing a part, being responsible, taking a leadership role, looking after the people, swearing oaths.
And, swearing oaths. What sort of oaths?
Oaths to serve the council, oath to do what must be done, oaths
You'll
to
want to be
honor.
careful about that. You'll find that you'll need to.
I understand the nature of oaths and pacts.
I wonder why you're
Marinat
talking about going and doing that when clearly you intend for things to return as they were as soon as these people are gone.
I can play a part.
Not if you geese yourself to them.
Well, I figured out a way around it. When I was a different person, or I used to wear many masks, each of those masks contain a name. That name was a being. And it's one mask I can wear in order to keep the peace. But on responsible Edwin mask. And then I will be the person that plays that game of power politics and doing whatever they want. And then I can take that mask off. But I can only seem to do that in the privacy of my own home.
Do you want me to see if this will work?
What are you trying to do?
I'm not trying anything. I'm very good.
What are you trying to do?
I'm telling you. I'm going to look and see if this works or not.
Oh my lord. The last time you used spells on me, you did something.
Did I take your clothes off? I do that sometimes.
Uh, no, no, we didn't.
Okay.
No, we didn't. Just visibly embarrassed about that whole thing.
Well, I don't want to know. I don't know if I want to be so close to your smooth soul, so I won't ask you to do that this time. But I'll ask for some of your hair.
I, mm, why?
I was being very upfront.
Yeah, I appreciate honesty. Just could I ask for a bit more and just
I'm going to tell you if this is going to work or not.
fine.
Just a few trimmings for my cup, please. She holds out her teacup.
You want me to put my hair in there?
Yes, please. I'm going to drink it.
Okay. Places it down into your teeth.
Okay. It's very red.
Yeah, it,
That's a good thing. Means you're closer to us.
just gonna jump back onto my PC one second.
Okay. And in the meantime, Marley will try and ignore the fire talking to her. I'll take a big drink. Never did like tea.
Why on earth did you drink it all those times then?
To keep you with me. It worked.
You could have just asked.
No, there's ways to do things.
I understand.
She puts the cup away. No, you know what? She throws it over her shoulder and she smashes it. And she stands up and the fountain springs forth with fire for a few seconds. And the cries of the baby come out as well. Edwin.
Hello.
Wales should be lovely this time of year. Why don't we go?
I would love to,
Good.
but
We'll leave
that's in the
tonight.
grey world. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold fire. But this means the grey world. Are you prepared to enter the real world now?
Sure. And if not, the mist still exists there as well. Tarnar shan't miss me for a few days. And if I decide to shirk my duties, it will take them some time to find me. I've learned how they track, and so I've learned how I can distract.
Why are you going to the grey world? Why do you want to go to Wales now?
I've missed your company, and I feel that you should come with me.
You see my soul. You know what that place has.
Indeed.
Oh. There is nothing but pain there.
Be surprised what you can get out of pain.
It drove me to learn a great deal, many things about how magic works. I understand that. Why am I going to there again?
It's because of what I saw. I feel you should go there.
What did you see?
Things aren't going to go back to what they were. When these people leave, things will never be the same. But it's not a death sentence for you. Especially when you have so much unfinished work. I have learned to not give everything away during my training. So what I will tell you is that I feel that you should go there first.
How?
I will be with you.
That's not my concern. Concern is the mask that I wanted to portray to these people. How perfectly silver and unblemished it would be if I was a consummate professional in duty and honour and bound to the laws of my kind. Gallivanting off into a different country, back to my home country again for a short period of time without that knowledge might cause blemishes on that mask.
Dana, all right. We will enter only through the dreaming, and the time dilation will spare you. You will come back as though only a few moments have passed. All right, then?
Wow.
They know that you are House Marinita.
No, they don't.
They don't. They don't. All
Why
right,
would I
then. Then
discuss
you have
that with?
bigger problems than I thought.
No, I won't discuss that with. I won't discuss private issues about that with anybody but my friends. I certainly
How
don't.
is that private? The Hermetics incorporated you in. You told me so yourself 2 years ago.
Yeah, so that's correct. But we don't normally discuss our allegiance in that house. Meaning to say that the people that are coming in there to shake their big sticks at us, I don't wish to discuss it with them. But fine, okay. If you want to go to Turner and Alk, if we want to go to Wales and walk through the dreaming, that's fine. If you wanted to pop into the real world, I can facilitate that. Let's just do it. What the hell? There's a bit of extra madness whilst we're at it.
Hold my hand and let's go.
Are we done here?
We have a lot of walking to do.
I prefer to fly.
I prefer to walk on the silver path as Donna intended.
Very well. I'm placing my faith and trust in.
Better Donna than your Dogda.
Okay. Edwin stands up. Are you ready for an adventure time? Interesting.
I am. Let's go roughen up your soul a little bit.
My soul is
too smooth. Far too smooth.
My soul out of it.
They.
You didn't look
she
closely.
grasps your hand, and the two of you begin walking from Tarnar down the silver path to Wales.
There's one more